Finally, we are back. And we got a couple of our day ones, I guess we can call them, or they've been here for a long time. Down with Fun. James is here. We are back. It's been 2 months almost, a little bit less, maybe like 6 weeks. So too long. But yeah, I mean, last time we talked, it was what must have been over around 70 days till NFL kickoff, and now
wait, hold on. Let me guess. Quick math in my head. I'm gonna say 19 days. No, that's not right. Fuck. I fucked it up. 22.
21.
Oh, nice.
21. If you from now until the 4th, so only 21 days, exactly 3 weeks. Exactly 3 weeks. We got a lot to talk about. Jeff's asking what round we draft CMC. Yes.
One.
Down with Fun wants to talk about Isaiah Bond and Judkins, the Cleveland Convicts. Yeah.
Yep,
Isaiah Bond finally signed. He's if you guys don't know, he was kind of a highly touted prospect there coming into the college season last year. Didn't really perform, but he's like super fast. He's kind of one of those fast Texas wide receivers like Xavier Worthy. But he didn't really have like the college numbers to back it up. A lot of people thought he was going to go in like the second round of the draft. Had some legal issues right before the draft and didn't go. He went undrafted and didn't even get signed to a team. So, he hasn't signed yet. Technically, I mean, Judkins, has he technically signed yet? He hasn't signed yet either, right?
No, they said he was expected to. I did see that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Won't be charged. We know that.
Yeah, because he hadn't signed up until today. So, yeah, he didn't perform last year because he was hurt and had Quinn Ewers. Yeah. There's definitely reasons why, because he didn't, like, even Matthew Golden. Like, you would think Matthew Golden would have put up like huge numbers. I don't even think Golden had 1,000 yards, and they played 16 games, which is crazy for college to play that much. Rip Lips is here. What is going on? Pete is here. He's one of our YouTube members, actually. That's why he has the little symbol by his name. So he's appreciate that, Pete. It's just that you can. I guess I can push it. I don't really push it too much, but basically, you become a member. And you pay, you donate money to us, and you're a member. And I need to set up some stuff where the members get something special. Basically, maybe I have to think about that. But I might release videos where only members can see it for the first like day, and then it opens up a day before, or like you get like you should get emojis and stickers. I need to set all that stuff up. It's just I've been meaning to, and then life happens and stuff like that. So, but no excuses now. Yeah.
No shit. I'm counting on you guys to kind of fill me in a little bit, honestly. Like, just for everyone who doesn't know, which is basically everyone. But I was basically gone. I was on the road for the month of July, just all over the country. Yeah, and so I've been a little bit out of the loop. Obviously, lots of updates, lots of reading has been going on, but I'm sure there's something that slipped my mind. That's why I was kind of hoping we do get a mock draft in.
Well, I sent you the link in our private chat, and I'll send it out to the group, like the YouTube chat, once you join. And we'll see if we can get it. We got double-digit people here watching, which is awesome. I mean, again, we haven't been live since June 26th was the last time we went live. So it's awesome to see the support right away. I announced it in our leagues, our 2 dynasty leagues, and but I'll announce it here too. I'm going to go live every single day. It's my goal every single day of the NFL season. It could be for 30 minutes, could be for a couple hours, but I'm going to try and go live every single day from September 4th until whenever week 17 ends. So I probably won't. Whenever that is, so January or late December or something. But yeah, if you want to join the mock draft, hop on in. We'll see if we can fill it up or not. this will be a redraft mock draft. So FYI, I know we have a lot of dynasty listeners, but redraft and dynasty are so tied together now. Would love to fill this up. Let me share the screen here a little bit, so maybe we can get. And we'll try and go like 12 rounds. We'll maybe get more people in here.
Am I in the wrong one? Mine's not that big.
No, you probably have to refresh because I updated.
Oh, okay.
Joined.
But yeah, Jeff asks, is round 4 a good round to draft a QB? I think we're gonna find out right now. See who goes. That's one of the hard things about just listening to the experts or whatever when it comes to mock drafts, because quarterbacks in home leagues tend to get pushed up, and obviously 4-point versus 6-point per passing touchdowns is a big difference maker too. Obviously favors the rushing quarterbacks. So I'm okay in round 4 if I can get one of those, what I would consider, kind of the consensus top 3 guys. But yeah. I don't know. I haven't mocked anything yet. I've just consumed a lot of content and watched ADP go up and down and all around for a lot of these guys.
Yeah. Round 4 is going to be interesting. I tend to wait on quarterbacks. So if we can get, again, real quick before I get into all of that, if you guys want to join this, we're going to just do a mock draft here, redraft. We have a lot of spots open, have enough people watching to hop in and join. Like to get at least half of it filled, if not all of it, obviously, but at least half of it. So at least a few more spots here. If not, no worries. We can, I can kind of draft for the other teams according, to ADP-ish and how that's going, consensus ADP. But hop on in. Link is right there in the chat. All you have to do is click on it and claim a spot. But yeah, generally, yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it looks like I'm just looking at the rankings on Sleeper, and it's like, this looks like it's set up for Superflex. There is no Superflex position, but it's got the quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there's no Superflex position.
There we go. Yeah, I had it on Dynasty Superflex.
Oh, okay.
This is redraft, so we'll give this, I don't know, we'll say 4 or 5 more minutes, see if we can get any more people in here. But yeah, I mean, everyone has different philosophies when it comes to quarterbacks. My philosophy is if you're going to take one early within the first 4 rounds, for me, it has to be a rushing guy. Like, it has to be Allen, Lamar, Jaden, Jalen Hurts. Like, those are the 4 that I'm targeting. I don't want to take Burrow, Mahomes, Baker. Like, I don't want to take those guys. It's not that I don't like those guys and think they're great, but it's just, it's going to be there's just too much variance with non-rushing guys. So
yeah, and you and me have both kind of taken the same approach over these last few years, where you target kind of a guy with like a rushing quarterback who has depressed value because there's a lot of unknowns. So a couple of years ago it was Anthony Richardson. Last year it was Jaden Daniels. I think I got him in like the 7th or 8th round of our redraft, and it's like, and like the philosophy there is, like if he hits, you'll be super happy, but at the end of the day, if it doesn't, there's probably a guy on the waiver wire that's going to get you, 18 to 22 points a week anyways, in 6-point per passing touchdown. Like you can find, I mean, you got to know your league, obviously. Like some leagues, everyone stashes 2 guys, like our leagues kind of tend to be that way. They stash 2 quarterbacks. My coworker, Tyler, he just drafted this last week, and I didn't really get to talk to him too much. Like we got a little busy at work, actually doing work. And so we didn't really get to chop it up too much, but He drafted Jaden Daniels in the 3rd round, which I was fine with, like he was right in the middle. But then he ended up drafting Jordan Love 8 rounds later. And I was kind of like, yeah, you probably didn't even need to do that, Same with he also got Brock Bowers, and he was like, do you think I should get a second tight end? And I was like, nah, because if Bowers gets hurt, you're kind of in trouble already, and you're just going to be streaming a guy anyways. Like, don't even bother holding a second guy. Like, get a backup running back, fill your roster that way.
Yeah. If anyone else wants to join this, we only have 4 people in, so it's right here. I'm going to start it up in just a couple minutes. We got a couple questions to get to. I know a lot of people are just listening, so that's fine. I'll try and draft for some of the other teams, mostly according to ADP. It's always a little difficult, but we'll make it work. Just to give you a general idea, I don't want you to, this is what I would do in each spot. It's more of this is kind of consensus ADP right now. We'll answer these 2 questions and then we'll start it up. But if anyone else wants to join, now's your chance. Kind of last minute. Link is right here in the YouTube chat. So Ridiculous Rick says he trade Genty and the 27 first for CD and an early 27 second. I think
I'm
okay with the CD side.
Yeah. I mean, you're only moving back. I'd be kind of curious, how you're projecting 2 years out, unless you guys actually just drafted and you actually drafted those picks. Because that can be a little dangerous, especially 2 years out, let alone next year. But I mean, if it's like a guaranteed thing, I'm going to assume a late 27 is, 110 and the early is, 203 or something. So, I mean, you're not moving back that many spots and you're getting the secure asset. So
yeah,
secure meaning known, I guess. So yeah, I'd do it.
Yeah, unless running back scoring is just insane for that league. If it's just a standard league, though, I'd be doing it. But I always forget how to say it, but he's our redraft, one of our redraft guys. If you had the 4th pick in a Superflex league, would you pick Burrow, Hurts, or someone like Chase or Bijan, assuming the top 3 quarterbacks are gone? That's a good question. I don't think there's a wrong answer there. I would probably lean Hurts or Chase.
Yeah, I think I would lean.
Start this up.
I actually took Burrow 3rd overall over Lamar in one of our dynasty leagues, but that's 6 point per passing touchdown. The 4 definitely changes my view on it a little bit. I think I would just go Chase.
Yep. So this is a half PPR, by the way, that we're doing this on. I don't think it changes too much not as much as people think between half and full PPR. I do have a thought on Kyle Pitts, which I guess when we get there, we can talk about him. But let's just say I'm buying in a little bit. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm buying in a little bit. But I'll explain why as we get there. Again, for the I'm not going to do auto pick. I'm going to try and follow, consensus ADP right here, just to kind of give you guys a general idea where people are going and how your draft may play out here. Obviously, for myself, I will pick who I would pick. I don't know if I love the back end here of the first round, but I don't know why Achane isn't a little bit higher up. What is there to not like about Achane when talking about just maybe right after the next tier of guys? I don't know. He's good. He's young. He's on a good offense. He's kind of the workhorse. He's going to catch a lot of passes.
Yeah. Honestly, I considered Achane. If I went running back, it was between him and McCaffrey. I mean, Henry, you got to love it too. But I think, honestly, the back end is great if you can start off with, one of these receivers and Achane, which seems pretty doable. I'm actually dreading my pick a little bit. I'm like, oh, when am I going to go?
Yeah.
No,
I'm not fully into this is who I take. I need to kind of really hammer that out a little bit of just these are my rankings type of thing. Neighbors is gone, Puka's gone. So I think the next up, according to ADP, BTJ is gone, is Josh Jacobs here. Josh Jacobs and then Bowers. What are you thinking about? We'll pause it after the second round and just have a quick little discussion here.
Oh yes, I was hoping AJ Brown would get back to me.
Yeah, that's how AJ Brown right now consensus ADP 209.
Yeah,
so
I'm totally happy with him in the middle.
That's a good start.
Yeah, Lamb and Brown, like both top 5 wide receiver upside, So I missed who asked it earlier. I know I kind of answered. Oh, it was Jeff when he asked what round for CMC. Like, I mean, you just got to assume health, if you're going to draft him. Like, don't draft him thinking he might not, or he might miss some games and stuff. And if you do think that, then maybe round 1's not where you want to risk it. But we know he has number 1 overall value. That's how he was drafted last year. So just depends on your tolerance for, obviously, like I was going to say, you don't get anything for second place, but usually you do. You get some money, but you want to win the whole thing, and CMC's a perfect guy for that, like he's definitely got more upside than everyone else that just got taken like after him,
Yeah.
And even a few of the guys in front of him. So you just gotta stomach the risk.
Yeah, I don't mind taking CMC as high as the 104. That's where I'm at. Like, there's the only argument is the injury and like, so I wouldn't mind taking him as high as the 103 maybe. So, I mean, maybe that's crazy, but I might do it in some leagues depending on how many, redraft we have. But if you guys do have questions, keep them coming. We're just kind of doing a mock draft here, a half PPR, 12 team, 3 wide receivers. So anything that is there one thing that really stands out to you in the first or second round that you want to touch on before we kind of kick this off?
I think it's kind of interesting. We're seeing like the rebound of the running backs, like I felt like the last couple of years were very receiver heavy, and in a start 3 with so many flex positions, like I really do like the double tap that's possible, especially towards the end. If you can get 2 of, AJ Brown, St. Brown, Nico, Puka, like, any 2 of those guys, like that's really, I think that's good. Like I'm kind of surprised. I know ADP said this, but I'm kind of surprised that Josh Jacobs went as early as he did. Like, not saying he doesn't deserve it, but I'd rather have Jonathan Taylor, as weird as that is. I don't know if that is weird, but
no, I don't think that's weird. I think they're both very similar. Probably not going to catch a lot of passes. Going to have the full workload. I think the argument for Jacobs over Taylor is just the offense is probably going to be better. At least we know we have some stability at the quarterback position.
I mean, everyone on the fucking Packers is hurt, though.
True.
So, like, even Jordan Love just had surgery, So it's like, I don't know. I mean, maybe that's good for
Jacobs.
Maybe that's good for Jacobs, yeah. Ooh, I like this. So
they could throw the ball 2 more as well. That's the argument. I don't think JT, like Josh Jacobs theoretically could get less work because they could throw the ball a little bit more, like kind of what, LaFleur and the Packers have done before last year. They were super run heavy last year. What about Chase Brown in the second round? Like, how you feeling? I know we can kind of go back through all this and talk, but how you feeling about Chase Brown over guys like Kyren, James Cook, maybe even Breece Hall? Are you okay with it?
Yeah, I think they're all right there. Like, I'd rather have Kyren personally. I mean, obviously that the computer or you or whatever got both, but I mean, obviously, like, he's not going to be the focal point of the offense. That's Burrow and the receivers. But, I mean, look at how many opportunities he got last year. Like, close to 300, like you're getting, the potential, 1,500 total yards, even though we haven't seen that yet. There's no one to compete with him. Obviously, Samaje Perine's going to have a little bit of a role there. But I mean, I don't think he's enough to scare you off. And then who else do they have? Like I'm looking at their depth chart, and it's Taj Brooks, who was what, 6th or 7th round rookie.
Yeah.
And I don't even know who the hell these other guys are. Gary Brightwell and Kendall Milton stuff. Like
Kendall Milton's rookie last year. Brightwell's been around for a while. So it's interesting. And Joe Mixon used to catch a bunch of passes. He never played on third down. It was always Samaje Perine or Giovanni Bernard or something. Like it was never Joe Mixon, but the Bengals just throw the ball so much that their running backs, even on first and second down, Mixon would always get it. He would always catch passes. So, man, I'm a little torn here. Like, I don't know how I feel about Marvin Harrison Jr. That's the guy I'm kind of torn between.
Honestly, out of the receivers that are right here on the top of the board, I probably would have taken Devontae Adams. Like, yeah. Oh, sorry, I was looking for Team 9. I was looking at the wrong team.
That was Team 9. You're saying?
Yeah, the one that's up now. It's like I feel like Adams would fit that build better.
Yeah.
Kamara.
Yeah, I should have taken a wide receiver there. I actually think I will go.
But I mean,
just to try to fit the build a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, look at the dudes that are still on the board as far as receiver. Like you're getting guys they're getting pretty pushed down. Like, which is great.
Actually, sorry, I'm changing. Don't pick yet. It's actually should be Mike Evans.
Okay. That's not. Why does it say McLaurin's on the pup?
Just because he is. Oh, because I guess because he's contract.
Out.
Yeah, his contract stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do like the BTJ Neighbors LSU double tap there. Marion Hampton's an interesting one, man, because I was completely out on him in redraft 3rd round, 4th round because of Najee and me thinking Najee's going to have a significant role. But then Najee goes and, 4th of July. It was such a weird, it was like a superficial eye injury or something. But then, he just started practicing. It's like, damn, how bad was that eye injury?
Well, yeah. I heard that he's at practice, but
he is.
But he's not actually practicing. Like, he's, running by himself and shit. Like he's doing drills, but.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like. I mean, do you need 2 eyes to be a running back? I don't know.
Nah. It's like, come on. No, it was just weird, but I don't know. I'm still slightly concerned about Najee and the workload he'll take from Omarion Hampton, just because Najee, as much as we don't really like him, he does everything right, man. He doesn't fumble. He never gets injured. He gets you the yards that you need. He's just a consistent player. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anyone major on these. I think it's next up is we got some interesting wide receiver grouping here of DJ Moore, Metcalf, Sutton, Rashee Rice. Any type of lean with that kind of grouping? Maybe throw McLaurin in there as well if you want.
Yeah, I think McLaurin would get pushed up a little if he would just get a fucking contract kind of a thing. DJ Moore, I don't know what the hell to think of. I'm tired of thinking about what the Bears are going to be. It seems like every year, and it's it's not that I don't have any confidence, but it's this is the year, we know he's a good player. We need to see a little more from Caleb. Is he going to be the guy? There's just so much target competition. I mean, he's obviously the best receiver there, but it's not like there's a lack of talent necessarily. So I just don't know.
Yeah, it's hard, man. That could be smash play. You're getting a stud. It could be just kind of what DJ Moore has been basically his whole career, is like a low end wide receiver 2, which is fine for round 4, late round 4. Like obviously you want a little bit more. I love Metcalf there. I just think Rodgers always hyper targets his number one guy, and there's just no one else on that team. Like it's man, what do you think their depth chart? This would have been a question for Dad because you'd always know these pretty well. But like it's DK Metcalf, Calvin Austin, and Robert Woods. That's their 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
And behind them, it's Scotty Miller, Roman Wilson, Ben Scarron. Like, holy crap, is DK Metcalf going to get probably best year of his career? That's what I'm predicting.
Yeah, I would say he's going to get. Okay, so the most targets he ever got in a year was in 2022.
2022, okay.
Yeah, 141 targets. Yeah, I think he'll beat that, And it's funny because, like, that's not what he's been in his career, kind of, like, at least not in my head, like he's always kind of like that long, field stretcher, like long touchdown dude. And that's not necessarily 100% true, but I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, who the hell else is on the team? It's the Chase Brown argument that we just had,
Yeah. James says Najee already had a hard time finding the hole, now with one eye. So true. He'd find the hole, he just wouldn't do much with it, I guess. Apparently, part of the eye recovery is to not do sudden movements, reduce the trauma of the eye to give it a chance to heal. Okay, that makes sense then. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, I've been kind of out of it in terms of news just until, up until a couple weeks ago. I'm going to take someone that I am super, super excited about, and that's TreVeyon Henderson. Like, it wasn't even like the preseason week 1, obviously, like some incident, but I just think what's our biggest worry with rookies? It's not their talent. Are they going to get enough of a workload, right? That's like our biggest concern. I don't think that really matters with Henderson because I think he's the type of player that can do it in 10 to 12 touches, like with, hopefully 3.5 of those as catches and, 8, 9 carries. I think he could be really good with that. And that's what I'm hoping. Well, I'm hoping for more, obviously, but like, I'm not super worried about he needs the touches like I am maybe with Omarion Hampton year 1, So this team here can kind of go either way. We'll go there. Joe Mixon falling. I'm worried about that injury by Mixon. Like it doesn't sound great.
Yeah, he's obviously getting depressed, like value, like you're getting him later. I mean, because I even considered him, like I would have taken him in round 4 over Walker if he was healthy, but obviously he's not. So that's why he's getting pushed down. Obviously, I like the Pacheco pick at the end of the 5th round. Like he's starting to get some buzz, like I felt like I was able to like snap him up a few places up until like this week, basically. Like your dad absolutely fleeced me.
Yeah, that was the what was that trade? Remind us of that trade. That was during the rookie draft though.
Wait, wasn't it Mixon for the pick that where Abuka went?
It might have been, yeah.
I thought Dad got Mixon though. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
I'm trying to remember now. It feels like ages ago. Better make a pick here.
Yeah, down which side did you get? For some reason, I thought Dad got Mixon, but I remember people freaking out about that. I remember his other trade was Garrett Wilson basically for Tet.
Well, I remember Dalvin Fun needed some running back help, so I think he got Mixon.
Oh. Yeah, so that's what he just said right now.
Yeah. Well, we'll trade you back. So no, I'm just kidding. He doesn't need him. And we'll
Dark.
Here. Right. And we're gonna do the stack there, Mahomes, the Kelsey stack.
I like that. Yeah, and so I mean, this you can already see the getting Mahomes, in round 5, that's great, and look at all the guys that are still on the board. That's kind of the argument against going with these guys kind of earlier, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of don't love that. Like the Mahomes, the next guy that's going to go here very soon. And we'll probably just do like 8 or 9 rounds and kind of discuss. Maybe we'll do 10. We'll make it an even 10 and kind of discuss the first 10 rounds here. But
the two
I kind of
guys
want
that I
to,
really like here, but
yeah, I kind of want like to get the next group of guys at a value. Like, I don't know, just Mahomes hasn't been. I turned off auto pick. Oh, you're taking the dog for a walk. Okay. No worries. I turned off auto pick just because it will auto pick for everyone. So yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, honestly, Pollard was the other guy
We'll
that
auto pick.
I was considering.
Yeah.
And he went right after me, especially with the Tajay Spears injury.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, do I take him? But yeah, I'm like, I think Waddle's gonna bounce back a little bit.
Yeah, I love Pollard. I love Pollard even before the Spears injury. I just think he was very. I don't think people realize like how good he's actually been. He's been the same player for the last 3 years, in terms of like workload and yardage. The only big difference is that in 2022 he had 12 touchdowns. In the last 2 years combined, he has 11. But we expect a better offense for them. So I don't know.
I mean, it can't be worse.
No, it can't be worse. I took Judy, I think around about he was ADP 705. I'm all in on Judy, man. Like over most of these other receivers going around him and after him. Like I think he's gonna just smash. Even if it's 6 weeks of Flacco, I think that those 6 weeks like could potentially, win you your get you into the playoffs type of thing. So
Jerry Judy over Waddle. I mean,
I think for this year, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I would. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, everyone that's gone kind of around him, like I agree with, like you know what I think is kind of an interesting thing is like, do you remember a couple of years ago? For some reason, I can't think of who the third guy is off the top of my head, but it was the wide receiver twos on the good offense. It was Waddle, it was Higgins, and remind me who the third guy is. You probably
maybe
remember
Devonta Smith.
Oh yeah,
maybe?
it was Devonta Smith.
Yeah,
and like look at the difference. Obviously, like performance is like a huge thing, but it's like you're getting. I'm not saying these guys are equal per se, but it's just kind of interesting to think about like Higgins going 3 full rounds ahead of Waddle now. And like granted, like we've seen it more from Higgins, but I feel like they kind of still have the same problem as far as like not being the number one guy on their team. But obviously the Cincinnati passing situation is, light years ahead of Tua, at least what we've seen for the last few years. But we have seen Tua do it before. Oh, Debo, I really wanted Debo to get back to me.
I was thinking about him. Yeah, I mean, I think with the Higgins was awesome last year. Like he was like a top 7 wide receiver in points per game. But it's just he missed time. Yeah, I mean, I still like Waddle a lot. I just think Judy, like again, that's a Chase Brown, that's a DK Metcalf conversation there. Like, who else do the Browns have? Their wide receiver 2 is like Cedric Tillman. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm excited about what Cedric Tillman could be, but we have to be real with ourselves. The guy had a 3-week stretch where he was decent. Like I should say he was good. He wasn't amazing. He was good. Like, I think it's a little bit overinflated because we were excited and maybe Jameis came in at that time or something. But like Cedric Tillman last year, he had 3 games, 8 for 81, 7 for 99 and 2 touchdowns. That's really good. 6 for 75 and a touchdown. That's about it. And like, that's their wide receiver 2. Their wide receiver 3, Jamari Thrash, a 5th round pick from last year. Deontay Johnson, David Bell, Isaiah Bond, they're like, it's Judy and Njoku, and by all reports, that's what's happening in the in training camp as well. Is like it's just all going to Judy. So I just think like at worst, like Judy's like a top 20 low end wide receiver too, with like top 12 potential. So the biggest argument is like when Flacco gets benched, because we probably know that's happening. Yeah.
Yeah, unless they can win some fucking games, right? Like, which he did help them with a few years ago, but ooh, I kind of like this.
They kind of have a brutal schedule, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they kind of do to start off. So,
I want here.
Yeah, so to further emphasize the point about Mahomes, and like just the quarterback situation in general, like you can get Mahomes in the 5th or Kyler in the 9th. Like I kind of wanted to play with the Jaden Daniels pick, like just because I wasn't in love with JSN, Higgins, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. Like at that point, I was just kind of like, yeah, we'll go with this. See how this build goes out.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the chat. We're just kind of finishing up a mock draft here. Our first one, we're going to be going live a lot more between now and, well, the end of the season. So I'm going to go ahead and take my quarterback here. This is a guy, him and one other guy, when he goes, I'll let you know, is who I'm targeting right around this range. I'll take him around-ish earlier. Justin Fields' current ADP is actually the 905. So I actually, technically got him at a discount here, but obviously you can play the board a little bit, know your league and stuff like that. But there's also another quarterback that I'm really in on that hasn't gone yet.
Yeah, they're like definitely like seeing the guys that are still on the board. I'm kind of wish I didn't pick Jaden Daniels, like even though he'll outplay all these guys. I like fucking Keon Coleman here in the 10th round.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think of who was it? No, I'm forgetting. Well, it will come to me. But Keon Coleman for sure in the 10th round. Like it's a good dart throw. Like it's not even technically a dart throw. I'm seeing Michael Pittman all the way down there is kind of sad.
Yeah, he would be pushed up a little bit in PPR, I would imagine. But I mean, I don't know, man. Like, what are you expecting from the Colts in general? I got to go, sorry, I'm about to ask 2 questions. Go ahead.
No. I mean, especially from the Colts, not much. I'm very, very, very.
I know, me neither.
Pessimistic. Like, yeah, I mean, they have so many good. Like, Josh Downs would be amazing on a lot of other teams, But yeah, I'm not expecting much there. I do need another running back. Oh, ETN was the guy I was going to bring up. I was kind of like hesitant on taking him there, but he played in I think every single one of the starter snaps, it all went to ETN. And I think like we potentially could. This is a guy that was going 2nd round last year, and now you're getting him 7th, probably even later because I think I took him maybe a round or ish earlier than I should. And this guy I want to talk about next too. And so like him getting all the snaps in preseason. I know it's preseason, but I like to look at preseason. In terms of usage and how they're using it, not necessarily how the guys look. And man, I mean, look at what Liam Cohen did with Bucky Irving and Rachaad White last year. Who's to say ETN and maybe someone else on that team, but ETN could be the guy. And we're just kind of really, really sleeping on him a bit,
Yeah. Where did he actually go here?
I took him 7-10, so I ended the 7th. I was running out of time, so maybe there was someone. I'd have to look again and who's there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of interesting running backs. Kind of like once you get into that 7, 8, 9 round range, like obviously, like some of it's a little contingent on injuries and stuff, but I mean, I wouldn't be completely surprised. Like like Javonte Williams. I know no one's run away with the job in Dallas, but to get him in the 8th round, it's like you're not super invested as far as it's not a high end pick. Even I like Charbonnet down there. Like obviously, like he's a bit of a handcuff, but he's a league winner if anything happens to Walker, and it always does. So like,
true.
Why not?
I mean, there's even a couple other guys that I wanted to take, like that are kind of in that position. I mean, Trey Benson.
I just took him right now.
Garendo didn't get drafted. Like, dude, he's the RB2 behind McCaffrey. If we're so worried about McCaffrey getting hurt, why isn't Garendo being drafted in the first 12 rounds?
And you can say the same thing for, I mean, Garendo's hurt right now anyways, right? Like, isn't everyone in San Francisco hurt except McCaffrey right now?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I guess I can pull up the sleeper thing here.
I mean, Rachaad White too, like obviously like he's dealing with the injury himself, but it's like the dude's been good for all 3 years of his career. Like not like amazing except for, that second year.
Yeah.
But obviously like he's got a bit of a Bucky problem, but he's one of those guys like that if something happened to Bucky, that he just inherits that role. There's not a lot of guys at this range in the draft that would be that, like we saw Austin Eckler go the first pick around 12. And I know we talked about this last year. Like if something happens to Brian Robinson, like Eckler doesn't automatically take over that role. Like he'll get more work, but he's not going to be used in that same way. But we know Rachaad White will just inherit that, the full usage essentially because we've seen it,
we just finished there down with fun. Grendo, you guys were right. It's a shoulder injury out a few weeks. That was August 4th. So I do remember that now. Drake May was the other quarterback I was talking about. The amount of quarterback, like how good the quarterbacks are here, I'm just avoiding the middle. I'm avoiding Mahomes, Mayfield, unless I can get these guys maybe a round of value or more in like a round of value, a round later or so, round and a half later than where their ADP is. Mayfield, no thank you. Like you're taking Mayfield here, probably expecting what he did similar to last year. Bo Nix, no thank you. Jared Goff. There's just too many good. I mean, and even like I'm not sure who didn't get drafted, but I'm sure there's going to be guys on the waiver wire, like and stuff like that. So. Like, are these teams here both of them going to take 2 quarterbacks? I don't know.
I mean, there's 3.
I haven't talked about Pitts yet. I will.
No, I know. We haven't got there yet. We waited for you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can get Kyler in the 9th or Justin Fields in the 10th, like, what incentive is there? I mean, granted, Baker only went 2 rounds before that, but I mean, the dude had like an outlier season, like for his career, not saying he couldn't possibly reproduce it, especially like looking at like what we think this receiver core is going to look like, but we are projecting a bit when it comes to that. We got 32-year-old Mike Evans, we don't know when Godwin's going to be there. And then, and we're basically putting Igbuka like in the Hall of Fame already, the way people are talking about him, which I'm not saying he won't be good. I know he was really touted as one of the more NFL ready receivers, like coming into the draft. And obviously the draft capital is there too, but it's kind of like, I mean, I can see it.
Don't forget Jalen McMillan.
What's that?
Don't forget about Jalen McMillan, and stuff like that. I think it's easy to forget. He's there too. Like he kind of started breaking out and he's getting overlooked a bit, which I understand why, but like, he could fill in a role too. But I agree with you with what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know if this was actually set up for 4 or 6 point, like based on EDP or ADP, but I mean, like even getting like Herbert, Love, Stroud, Dak in the 11th round, like that's crazy. Like
no,
like
I mean
Dak has top 5, like especially in 6 point per passing touchdown. Like Dak's could be top 5 easy. He did it 2 years ago. Like
no, No, it's crazy. That's why I'm just avoiding. I don't mind taking if you like. I mean, you can't argue against Allen and Lamar and Daniels, but yeah, you're talking like, do I want? Let's just say Quinshawn Judkins is ready to go. Judkins and Kyler or Baker and Jordan Mason's. They could give me Judkins and Kyler, because I think Kyler could be better than Baker. So, but yeah, the Kyle Pitts conversation. It's him and Kincaid. So my philosophy on tight ends is I generally take a couple late. Like I take a double tap late tight ends. I take a Tucker Kraft and a Dallas Goedert or something. I don't mind getting someone like a Kittle in round 4 this year. I'm probably going to avoid the Laporta, Kelsey, those two guys. I'll probably just wait for like a Hawkinson or Andrews. But if I do take 2 tight ends, let's say it's Jake Ferguson, and why am I going to take Jake Ferguson and Dallas Goedert? Like I'm probably going to find one of those guys are probably going to be very similar, or I'm going to find someone on the waiver wire that can kind of give me what those guys are doing. I'm probably going to take a shot on Kyle Pitts and or Dalton Kincaid, because I think their upside is still there. I know it's crazy, the Kyle Pitts talk, but it's like you still believe that he can do it. And I don't know, man. Mooney isn't Mooney also he got hurt too. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but tight ends, sometimes we just see this. We just see this. This is the prime age. He's still young. Am I crazy to still want to take a shot on Kyle Pitts as a second tight end, just hoping he booms and I drop him after 3 weeks if he doesn't? Am I crazy?
Pitts is younger than RJ Harvey. Nice.
Yeah.
I took Ferguson in the 11th round because it's I need one, and obviously he just got the contract too. So, I mean, that's a good sign. He's generally pretty safe. I get it. There's no huge ceiling, and we don't know what it's going to look like with Pickens there now, where they actually have a legitimate wide receiver too. Because we haven't seen that for a few years, right? Amari Cooper was there 2 years ago.
Yeah. 2.5, 3 years ago. I don't remember.
Yeah. And, you hear the thing about tight ends where it's can they be second on their team in targets? It's yeah, Kyle Pitts definitely can. He could, but, it's going to be kind of a coin toss between him and Mooney if he's healthy to start the year.
Mm-hmm.
I would bank on Mooney, but I feel like out of all the guys at the end, it's I think Ferguson should be good to get a touchdown every 3 weeks or so. Dak likes to use his tight ends, no established run game that we know of yet. Maybe they'll shock us, but
Cooper.
What's that?
No, go ahead and finish your thought.
No, I was just going to say, I think Dallas is going to be, they're going to be relying on Dak to carry them.
Cooper 2021 is when he last played for Dallas. So shows you how time.
Shit.
Yeah. Time flies. Time really does fly. The other guy I wanted to mention, Marvin Mims. I'm putting out a sleepers video tomorrow. Marvin Mims, I am getting really, really excited about. So let me just tell you, Marvin Mims, second round pick a couple years ago. Sean Payton's first pick when he became the head coach of the Broncos. He actually traded up, and they didn't have a lot of picks in that draft. They traded up to take Marvin Mims, right? This was when they had Sutton, Judy, Tim Patrick. You thought, okay, they're pretty good at wide receiver. You have 3 right there. Traded up to get Marvin Mims. Obviously, Marvin Mims has been a bit of a disappointment. I don't think a lot of people remember this. Marvin Mims from week 11 to 18 last year was the wide receiver 21 in points per game. He put up 28 catches, 434 yards, 6 touchdowns in 7 games. That's a 17-game pace of 68 catches, 1,050 yards, 14 and a half touchdowns. That's not going to happen. But he also had he had 9 carries in those 7 games, 22 carries on the season, which is significant. Didn't do anything. He had 8 yards rushing on those 9 carries. So, extrapolating it gives him 22 carries for 19 yards. It's not going to happen like that. He was awesome.
14 and a half touchdowns definitely isn't happening because you can't get half a touchdown. What the fuck?
Yeah, true. But now to kind of really add on to this, here's his snap percentage during that stretch: 22.6, 23.5, 34.8, 25.4, 46.9, 46.7, 31.1. For the season, he played 27% of the offensive snaps. Even during that stretch when he was doing well, he was right around 30-ish, 35% of the snaps on average. Okay, so now bring this all back. What's going to change this year? Well, they played their first preseason game. Marvin Mims was out there with the starters. He played 16 of 19 snaps with the starters, left the same time as Bo Nix. So if he's going to get up, even if he gets to 60%, but that's like close to 85%, 16 of 19, even if he gets to 60%, man, like his per touch, and he was like this his rookie year in the beginning, like his fantasy points per touch was insane. I don't know, man. I'm kind of excited. They don't have an established second target on that team. It's Sutton and who? Like it's Vele, it's Troy Franklin, maybe it's Evan Ingram, Pat Bryant, but I think it could be Mims, and I'm pretty excited to get him. So that's my little spiel about Marvin Mims.
Bonus points if you get return yards, because he actually helped me win my league, or one of my leagues last year. I thought he got a touchdown, but doesn't look like it. I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering the player.
You mean a return, like for his return?
Yeah, I thought he returned a couple of big ones. I'm not really seeing that here, so I don't know.
He had over 400 punt yards. He was doing both. Like week one, he had over 100 total kick return and punt yards. He was pretty consistent with the punt return stuff. So, I mean, he had over 600, basically 600 return yards. But yeah, no touchdown. I thought he had one too. Definitely had one his first year. Tyler is here. He says, "Yo, fellas, he has the 103 in my keeper league. 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. My best options are Nico round 3 and Trey McBride round 5." I'm a little confused there, Tyler. Are you saying so at the 103, are you taking either Nico or Trey McBride because obviously a lot of people are kept, or are you just saying you can keep Nico for round 3 or McBride for round 5? I assume it's the second one there. What are you doing there? Nico round 3, McBride round 5. Both good value. As we see here, Nico is right around that 1-2 turn, and Trey McBride's right around that 2-3 turn. So which way are you leaning there, Brian? If you
I mean, I guess it would kind of depend on, I mean, like McBride's going to give you good, like solid at the tight end position, obviously, like, which is a big deal, especially if it's a smaller league. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of leaning towards McBride, and I really love Nico, but I guess another thing to think about is, do you know what anyone else is keeping? Like, as far as like, what's the best receiver you think you can get at the 103? Mm-hmm. And plus it's only 2 receiver, 1 flex. So it's obviously not like a super deep roster you're starting.
Yeah. I think I lean
McBride. Yeah, that was kind of my knee-jerk reaction was McBride. But I mean, if the best receiver you can get, I'm just trying to like look down the list a little bit as your one, like, I mean, difference makers are going to make the team, right? And like, I mean, both these guys could be, top 5 at their position essentially.
Yeah. I think I agree with that. Like what you're kind of getting to with, like, there's not going to be a lot of tight ends kept. So there's going to be a big pool of tight ends. Yeah, CD and Jefferson will be there at the 103 for me, and Bowers is already getting kept. Okay.
Yeah. Keep McBride and then get one of those guys. Boom.
Yeah. Yeah. I would take CD personally over Jefferson, but either one of those guys will be there. And keep McBride. Yeah. Because it's only a 2 wide receiver start. You only have to start 2. So, yeah, I'd probably keep McBride there. Either option's good, I think, though. I don't think there's a bad option there at all. So if you can hold out until, I don't know when you need to make that decision, but hold out as long as you can, just because you never know with injuries and stuff. But yeah, kind of looking back on this. Any other questions, guys? Keep them coming. We'll stay live for maybe 5 more minutes or so. Then we'll head out. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. We're going to be live 3 or 4 times a week for the next, probably about 3 times a week for the next 3 weeks. And then when the NFL season starts, every single day answering your questions. Join our Discord. It's free. I want to try and get a redraft league together with our listeners. We don't have a whole lot. We have a lot of more dynasty listeners. So, but I'd love to get a redraft real money league with us. We need 10 people, us 2, me and Brian, and then 10 more people. I think we got a handful of people that are interested. Still need several more. So I'll kind of make another announcement there tomorrow, see if we can get that together. But join our Discord. It's free. And you can ask whatever questions you want in there, whether it's football related or not. And we have a defense question. Any DSTs you want to shout out? People are speculating the Giants are a sneaky target. I always look at who has a good start to their year. Because people in our home leagues, they always someone's going to draft a freaking defense in round 7 or something. It's just going to happen. So I don't even know who has a good start to their schedule, to their season.
I know. I'm pulling it up right now.
Also, if you took the approach of targeting the Titans last year, you would have had the defense won like multiple weeks like last year if you just whoever was playing the Titans. So I think that this year it's going to be whoever's playing the Saints. So Saints get they get the Cardinals, 49ers first 2 weeks. So Cardinals easy schedule, Tyler says. So yeah, Cardinals get the Saints. So then Cardinals get Saints, Panthers to start the year. And then they get the 49ers, which is a little tough, potentially. Maybe not.
You know what's kind of fun is the Jets play the Steelers in week 1. Not to answer the DST question, but I'm just looking at the schedule. Like, man, this is kind of tough. Like, there's no like real standout to me besides target the Saints because we think they're going to be terrible.
If I can get 2 or 3 really good games to start the year, I usually just go towards that defense, unless I can get one of the top ones. But I always wait till like the last pick to get a defense, so I never get one of the better ones. I know Giants have a tough schedule, though, is the problem. I know you said Giants is like a potential like sneaky. They get Commanders, Cowboys, Chiefs to start the year. Don't love that. And then even after that, Chargers, we'll see. Saints, okay, and then Eagles. That's
Broncos might not be a bad one for to start, or at least week 1. They get the Titans. Like, we don't know what that's going to look like, and like we know their defense should be pretty good. And then they get the Colts in week 2. Oh, I'm kind of liking this. Then they get the Chargers, who everyone will be hurt at that point. Keenan Allen, no thank you. No, I'm just kidding.
Vikings are a pretty good defense. They get Bears and Falcons, so you get you get Caleb Williams coming into a new system, new offensive coordinator, maybe some growing pains there, and then you get Michael Penix, kind of his his 4th start of his career or whatever. Don't mind that. And I think they're just a pretty good defense too. Like, I'm trying to balance that. Who did the Bills get to start? Ravens and Jets. Don't love the Ravens. Yeah, there's not a lot of good ones, huh?
Yeah, I know that week 1 is pretty rough. Like, I'm kind of leaning towards that Broncos. Like, maybe you start them for the first 2 weeks, and
they're the number 1 defense too, though. So you might have to pay up for them.
Oh yeah, well,
Don't mind the Lions. I mean, Packers, Bears, divisional opponents, usually close. I think their defense will be improved. Yeah. RJ Harvey or Travion Henderson. For me, it's Travion. Um, yeah, I think it's Travion for me. I would have taken him. I took him at the 5'10. They're very close. I'm just, I do think J.K. Dobbins is. I don't know what I believe in Henderson. I'm more confident in Henderson. So I mentioned this, and maybe you weren't here. I'm all over the place, but I mentioned this at the beginning, Tyler. Maybe you weren't here. When it comes to rookie running backs, the biggest concern is usually not their talent; it's playing time. Are they going to get enough usage, especially in the beginning of the season? And for me, that doesn't really matter for Travion. I mean, we saw him return that kick. I think he's going to catch 3.5 passes a game. He's going to average 3.5 a game. So I think he can be very good on 12 touches a game. Whereas I'm not sure about Harvey yet if he could. I think he could be, but I'm not sure yet. So I like them both. I lean Henderson. I'm not like 100% Henderson over Harvey, though. So which situation do you like more, Brian? Henderson on the Patriots, Harvey on the Broncos?
yeah, it's kind of tough, right? Like, I think I'm leaning Harvey just because we know, the Broncos in general like to target their running backs. I think I'm trying to decide like who has the better route to be the number one guy. I feel like it's kind of equal, honestly. Like I think I'd leave a little more towards Harvey. Not that I like Ramondre though for Henderson, but I think I'm gonna give the slight nod to RJ Harvey over Henderson, but I can see that either way.
Yeah, I would say I think one thing we do know for sure is that Sean Payton's going to use multiple running backs. That I know for sure. And I think the Patriots are going to do that as well, especially year one with Henderson. However, there's a better chance that Henderson's just like it's him and no one else. I don't ever see that happening with Harvey on a Sean Payton offense. So I'm still looking through like defenses and stuff. Like there is no one that has a good like first two games. It's crazy. So yeah. But anyways, I think we will. Anything else you want to mention on this draft, or you wanted to get to, or we're going to be doing several more of these as we go.
Yeah, definitely, and I'll try not to be quite as distracted. It's my first dip back into this. Obviously, for the last few weeks, and I'm kind of like, all right, I'm liking this. So more insightful commentary to come.
Yeah, I think we're both there. Obviously, this is really we're kind of really getting into it. Patriots, they get the Raiders and Dolphins. I'm just really trying to, but man, Patriots suck in Miami in September. Never mind. I don't know. We'll have to figure this out. Tyler says he's leaning Henderson. He thinks McDaniel's known for scheming pass catching backs. He definitely is. I mean, that's why I'm a little excited about Demario Douglas. Did he go in this draft? No, right? Demario Douglas and like slot receivers under McDaniel's offense. So
yeah, I'm just kind of curious. Like are the Patriots going to be what we thought about the Bears this last year? Like where it's like, oh, their situation's so much better,
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like, well, no, not really, kind of a thing, like,
yeah,
I don't know. I just feel like a little nervous about them. Like I love the idea of, Drake May and everything and, Henderson there, but it's kind of like, there's still no real receiving core. Like I'm not buying into the Diggs, coming off the injury at, 400 years old. I don't know.
Yeah. 400. Is he like just barely 30 or something?
Probably. He's definitely younger than me.
31.
All these guys are, except for Rodgers.
31.
Oh, no, he didn't get drafted. Good.
And Mercedes Lewis. Is he still in the league?
Me and my coworker looked it up a couple years ago. Like because we were talking about players, and it's like, all right, how many NFL players are actually older than me? And I think there was 5 at the time. One of them was Robbie Gould. I don't know if he still kicks, but it was him. Yeah, Mercedes
Lewis.
Yeah.
Brady or something. Was that after Brady?
I think Brady had retired that year, so maybe it was. Yeah,
that's crazy. Patriots are favored in 11 games this year.
No fucking way. What's their schedule?
What? I mean, you know, 2 of those are the Bills that are not favored in. So, like, okay, Raiders, Dolphins, Steelers, Panthers, Bills, Saints, Titans, Browns. Okay. I mean, I assume they're not favored against the Bills, the Bucks, the Bengals. That's 4, counting the Bills twice. The Ravens is 5. Yeah, it's hard to find like the other 2 that they're not, or 1, I guess, that they're not. It's probably one of the Dolphins games, maybe, or something. I don't know.
Shit.
Yeah.
Should we be drafting the Patriots defense then? Like, I mean, look at their schedule, man. Like,
yeah.
I don't see a lot of high scores on there necessarily.
You know who has a great schedule is the 49ers. They have an incredible schedule. They get, I mean, I think they're going to be good this year. I mean, besides their division guys, they get, you know, teams like the Browns, Panthers. There's a couple other ones, I thought. Saints. So
Giants.
Yep.
Colts.
Yeah. Colts. But yeah, we will try and be back, I think, either Saturday morning or Sunday evening. I'm not sure yet. Appreciate everyone that stopped in, join the Discord if you're not in already. And if you want in a real money league, guys, hop in that Discord. I'm going to announce it tomorrow. Try and get that filled up. So,
yeah, I know. I was obviously this is 6 weeks ago or something, but throwing around the idea of the Best Ball Dynasty League. Like, we still got time to do it. I really need to make a decision on that. Like, I honestly didn't even think about that until like earlier this week. But I'm kind of game for it, but I don't like rush dynasty startups necessarily. So I don't know. I'll kick it around and talk to you.
Yeah, we'll talk about it for sure. Would like to get into more redrafts. So yeah, we'll hopefully we'll get that set up. It's good to be back down with fun. It's going to be a good year. It's going to be different, very, very different. Obviously, without our dad here and stuff, which is just going to be weird football season, but I think it's going to be a good one for the channel and everything. So
yeah, it's going to be different because I'm actually going to win all the leagues.
Yeah, it's not 2018 anymore.
No shit, right?
But yeah, appreciate everyone. Watch the Sleepers video tomorrow, and we'll see you guys next time.